I'm looking at a 8 times magnification mirror. It's pretty powerful actually, and for me it's a little bit depressing. My nose looks a little bit like the craters on the moon, but I can see a little peach fuzz on my head, and that's a good thing. I think about mirrors and our different ideas about mirrors. The pop singer Michael Jackson used to say that one of the secrets to changing the world was to look at the man in the mirror. But as we look at this chapter, we're reminded that the Apostle Paul says that the key to transformation is to look at the God in the mirror. In 2 Corinthians 3:18, he says, "We all with unveiled face are beholding as in a mirror the glory of the Lord." Now, back in Paul's day, there weren't 8 times magnification mirrors. In fact, a mirror was simply polished metal. But as best as we could on this side of eternity, Paul said we should gaze into the face of Christ and be transformed from one level of glory to another. In this chapter, we talk about Moses. We titled the chapter, "Glowing Moses and a Transformed You," because as Moses was in God's presence, he came back to the people of Israel with a radiance about him. Paul says that radiance is nothing compared to the radiance we know, the radiance of transformation as we behold Christ, the radiance of how we change as the Spirit works within us to make us more like Jesus. And so it's the idea of glory as we look in a mirror to the very face of Jesus Christ. When I think about glory, it's not a word we hear about much in the newspaper these days, but it's an amazing biblical word. And as we will unpack it in this chapter, it's the idea of the magnification of the person of Christ on the lips of his people, but it's also the manifestation of the presence of Christ in the lives of his people. And so we think about glowing Moses, we think about mirrors, we think about becoming more and more like Christ as we gaze upon his presence, and the more intimate we are with Jesus, the more like him we become. And so the promise of transformation is yours and it's mine. And I'm excited that we can enjoy that transformation today as we look as in a mirror at the presence of Jesus Christ.